Let's go explore the Sendai jail.
Okay, beginning infiltration.
We have all the proof we need. We should be able to enter the Overlord's castle now.
Time to make our way over. Let's go, team! Let's get something sweet out of this. We deserve a little reward, yeah?
I'll touch my team.
We've got everything we need. Let's use the proof and open that gate. Ooh, it actually opened!
Alright, look alive, guys!
Hold on. It's likely the Overlord's retainer is waiting for us inside. It's sure to be a difficult fight. Let's be on our guard.
Do you think there's more like the Pearson 4 in there? Don't worry, Panther. I won't let them hurt you.
Let's get to work.
Okay, let's go.
What about
Someone stop them!
Yours. Leave it to me.
I also later realized the exact thing that bugs me with this jail. So freaking Natsume's entire book is supposed to be cobbled together from plagiarism, with Futaba even able to pinpoint freaking specific quotes from anime, right?
Yeah.
So why is this jail instead the most generic fantasy setting, where it should be the most random mishmash of stuff?
Who goes there? Who dares disturb my slumber?
That's what bugs me about the jail. Aside from the fact that the P5 cast of all people are not the ones who should be commenting about generic tropes.
Adorable. Wylie's castle lies just beyond.
The original comment I was gonna say about when Futaba brought it up was, you tell him goblin gamer girl stereotype.
Your end is at hand. Prepare
This is a reminder, the only reason Futaba has orange hair is because black hair would be way too on the nose. Also, I was wrong. You can totally get freaking status elements on the bosses. I got a burn effect on the Alice boss fight in the rematch, and oh my god, the technical damage for fire to Garu annihilated her health bar so bad it was hilarious. Rip. So bless. Can we not? What are people doing? What are y'all doing over there? They actually killed Joker and the fight's already over.
All right.
To be defeated by such utterly brute test.
You were a fierce opponent, Overlord's retainer.
Go on then, chosen hero.
It's up to you.
Once we get in the castle, we're headed straight for the roof. Are you ready? Alright, let's go! Okay, we've made it inside. Let's keep up the pace. There should be a path forward somewhere around here. Keep your eyes peeled. Oh, a treasure chest! Lily jar!
Thank you, Lieutenant. Yes. Yes, sir, I'm dumb. Let's see. There it is. I am dumb.
What was that?
That shadow hasn't seen us. What should we do? Looks like the enemy's panicking. Let's go together. Let's aim at the good one, Sophie. Keep up the grip. It looks like I've learned another new skill. Was that it? Huh, that was fast.
Let's keep up the pace, shall we?
Nice.
Joker already in the room?
It's a shadow. Careful.
Don't
Chillin'.
question it. Don't question it. It's like took you long enough.
What the fuck? That's amazing. That the fact that your party members actually freaking shift around in the jail with you, as opposed to P5 where it's just Joker out. Or do you feel like it has issues like that where it reminds you of Last of Us?
Nah, I haven't yet to see any herder moments here with that, so this seems far better.
I wonder all attack game.
Leave it to me. Done yet.
Oh wait, now what P5 Strikers has that even other action RPGs don't have for some reason?
What?
Dodge canceling.
Of course.
Yeah, many other action RPGs don't have dodge canceling. And people keep trying to defend like you don't need dodge canceling. Shut up, dodge canceling makes everything better.
Well played.
Maybe one instance where dodge canceling wouldn't be better. Can't.
We coming.
Like, bruh. You tell me the ability to do this is not something you feel is necessary. To the fact that I can make combo go, oh, we didn't need a dodge. Let me cancel that early. And be like, no, that's not necessary. That's they don't need an action game. I don't understand that mentality.
How far along are we now? We're only about halfway up. It's gonna be a while before we get to the top. Guess we'll want to keep an eye on our health and stuff.
Don't move.
all yours.
Oh, this is your chance! It's showtime!
I will handle this.
Wicked follow-up, Sophie!
Sure.
Burn it up! Spear him with wind and nuclear attack! Now,
It's
hit him
over.
up!
That's why you're the leader. Take this.
Damn! Settle down, Joker!
Take this. Fire.
Okay, whole slime blocked out. There you go.
Hammer its weak point with nuclear attack!
Fire.
Powerful shadow
Not
defeat.
yet.
Nice teamwork! Oh, let me help!
Fire. Fire.
I'm gonna attack too!
Fire. Fire.
I'm gonna attack too!
Fire. Slime. Andre. Set Fortress. High Fort Septimus. Fire. It's over. Fortress! High Pig! Flycorn! High Pixie!
There doesn't appear to be any danger
Jackal and
from this.
Hixie! Take this! You're mine! Ravage them!
Totally not exploitable.
You're mine!
Uh-huh.
Ravage them! Take this!
Fair and balanced.
You're mine! Take this! Ravage them!
No problems at all.
Yours!
I'll try! Something's shooting up from the floor! It's a trap! Look out! There's no turning back now. Let's double down and keep moving forward. Let no treasure chest go unopened. The RNG gods smile upon us. What is that? Target's in sight. Let's take it out. Breeze right past us. This is right from us. This is
Time to set up some props. Easier than cleaning a paintbrush.
They're all yours. Be more alert from now on. We're almost to the top floor. Just a little bit further, guys.
Go! Eliminate them!
Such
Just
beauty!
remember. So why'd you put Monorama in the lowest body tier list?
I could give a fuck less about him, honestly.
Dude's like the best villain in MP5. That's a sad fact. The one thing that makes Monorama still not a good villain is that stupid bit they added of I let your mom die and stole her painting. Wahaha. It's like, bro.
I appreciate you switching up.
You could at least put a single bit of possibility of maybe at some point he was a good painter. No, never. Monami was never a good painter ever.
Here!
Not helped by if you take the information from that would have been part of his story in the will seed. Well, you shouldn't count that because that's unused content. That's unfair to use. But if you know what that thing said, you know just how freaking more ridiculous things get. I might as well say, Monorami's Will Seeds events would have shown that he constantly dedicated his life to painting, even to his detriment to the point where he started living in the shack. Even his friend was telling him he should just give up painting because it's not working out for him. That's when he started to become a mentor and mentored Yusuke's mom, and that's when she passed away, started dying in front of him. And he had the thought of the idea that a student should be better. A student should essentially never surpass the mentor, and Yusuke's mom was always better than him. So that's what the Will Seed would have shown. The Will Seed would have
With
shown
that probably would have changed my opinion.
like the Will Seed would have shown that he did try very hard for years to be an actual good painter. It was the fact that he just never was. Even down to his detriment, where he's freaking still trying, despite the fact that he lives in a shack and is completely broke. He still kept trying. Then he saw Yusuke's mom being this great painter, and was started having a seizure in front of him. He had the dark thought of, what if I just took her painting because a student should, because he felt like a student should surpass the quote-unquote mentor. Even if, in this case, the mentor was never that good to begin with. And that was the scrapped Will Seed cutscenes from Monorami.
Awakened to a new power.
Okay, I think we're clear. Let's move it. Focus.
This birdcage. It's just like the one back in Shibuya.
Does this mean that bastard Natsume's kicking it somewhere inside?
I'd like to say we should just bust our way in, but how does it look, Sophie?
It looks like it's still locked. We'll need someone to touch it so we can hear the voices in his heart.
Okay then. You're up, Skull.
Uh-huh.
Well, it looks like it's gonna hurt, and it doesn't seem right to ask Sophie to do it.
Oh, but it's cool if I do it?
Oh, come on, Skull. You're, tough.
And he's already experienced it once before. If anything, he's the ideal candidate.
Your only hope.
Just my luck, I guess. At least buy me a bowl of ramen or something once we're done, yeah?
I could do it if you want.
Yeah, it's cool. I got it.
Thank you, Skull.
You'd think someone his age would have at least some talent.
Like it matters. This kid's gonna make us a fortune.
Yeah, I'm hearing voices all right.
These voices are somehow related to Natsume's emotional scars?
Most likely. We just need to listen to the conversation and figure out the source of his trauma from there.
So we're looking for something like what Shujin Academy was to Alice.
We should keep listening. There's bound to be some sort of clue here.
Sir, try to keep your voice down. He'll be back any minute.
Oh, come off it. Can you really blame me for complaining? I'm the one who has to read his crap every day.
The kid's got motivation, but that's about all he's got. Seems any talent for writing in that family died with his grandfather. Oh, excuse me. Can I get another Gatorade coffee?
Yes, sir. Just a moment.
Well, he's still our little money tree. No way in hell we're letting him go.
You're terrible, sir.
What's going on here? Damn, this shit hurts.
Thanks to that, however, we've managed to hear a good amount.
I didn't really get it, but it sounded like some kind of cafe.
Indeed. I heard one of them say Gatore Coffee.
Right, Gatori is the name of a cafe chain. But I don't think I saw any around Sendai Station.
If there aren't a lot of them, it'll make finding the right one that much easier. Well, at the very least, we've got a lead on finding the trauma room now.
Right. Let's get out of here and find us a coffee shop.
I've seen people think Futaba using the term trauma room as a reference, to which I say, no, if they want to be a reference, they be blatant about it. Let's get real here.
Yeah.
If they want it to be a reference, they would straight up call it the trauma centers. Don't give me that, people. During the trauma room, we can find ourselves face to face with Earth's real threat like last time. So we're calm enough, but get thrown away. After that, it's back to the hideout. Teams begin to search for Kari coffee. And then buy more ingredients. I just saw a tweet by someone who said how they felt like if more people knew about Revelation's persona, then things would be a lot more. Realize how controversial that release is. Which reminds me why I did tell someone about some of the changes in Revelation's persona. The response was, "That's just good social commentary."
Well, hello. We recommend that.
I'm like, oh no, they accidentally made Nanjo racist in that version,
So that's what I'll be waiting.
along with several other characters. So far, how you feel about the cast so far in Strikers?
Alright. Pretty much the same people with the exception of the AI girl.
Like, has your opinion shifted on them?
Nope.
So far for me, it's like the fact that they're still having Ryuji be the butt of jokes, but in this game, he doesn't really do anything to warrant it. I feel like makes it comes off as just being unnecessarily cruel to the boy. At the fact that they're like, Ryuji has to do the painful thing, and that thing, it's like, there's really no reason for him to be a dick to him. But they're doing it because Ryuji is supposed to be the source of comedy. But rather than him being an a-hole and doing incredibly stupid stuff like in P5 proper, he hasn't done that here, so it feels unwarranted. Although my brother says, nah, Ryuji has done so much bad stuff in P5 proper that anything he gets here, he deserves it. Man has 2 games worth of bad stuff.
This one?
Also, it's gonna tell you to make a new dish. I forgot that. It's gonna make a new dish. The characters comment on it.
Incredible.
That was very delicious. Great, maybe it tastes good than when I had it in the restaurant. More aromatic too. I get this for lunch all the time, right? Seeing them all boxed up. I've never actually had one ready made.
Thank you very much.
Supposed to enjoy freshly cooked. Thanks, Joker. He's a southern bowl with a big hair. She can leftovers later.
Do you want to cook this one?
Very nice.
Hey, is that the treat special coffee?
Ooh.
That's super good. Our hideout suddenly turned to LeBlanc. Man, she feels so warm and cozy. LeBlanc will always have a special place in my heart. She made it here. She finished up the rest later. And next day made freaking the guy to the studio off screen, so you don't get that commentary. Because I forgot that commentary's a thing.
I should write something.
Okay. Let's go to the trauma room. What is Natsume's full
Alright,
deal?
we're on the hunt for a Gatore coffee. First, let's find out how many are in the area.
Tori coffee. Got it. There's only one that's close to Sendai Station.
Whoa, that was fast.
It's a bit of a walk, but I'll be happy to guide you to the destination.
You're amazing, Sophia. It's like you were made to be a navigator. But being the navigator's my job.
You're amazing.
It's hilarious because it's the same feeling Morgana had in P5 proper.
It's simply a question of having the right person for the right job. Fear not, Futaba. There are plenty of things only you can do.
I guess that's true. Nobody else can act like a weirdo quite like you do, Inari.
Who are you calling a weirdo?
All right. Guess we'll just head over to the cafe then, yeah?
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay, I've got it.
This is it. Gatore coffee.
I can smell the coffee. Seems to be just an ordinary cafe.
Are we sure we have the right place?
We'll just have to put in the keyword and see. Alright, let's make it happen. The trauma cell's calling our names.
Trauma cell?
It's just a name I came up with. Trauma room sounds like some kind of cheesy hospital drama.
Seems fitting.
Call it whatever you want. We gotta roll.
The key to opening that birdcage has gotta be here somewhere. Do you remember the keyword?
Of course. It's Prince of Nightmares.
It's just like what happened in Shibuya. This is where Natsume's trauma comes from.
What could have happened to him, I wonder?
Shh. Someone's up ahead.
Are you sure about this? Awarding him the grand prize for that? Ongo Natsume. Huh. The kid's entered every contest, but he's never made it past the first stage. He's as stubborn as he is incompetent. What's more, his writing is so painfully generic, it only becomes more obvious when you compare it to the other candidates.
What?
That voice. Is it Natsume?
It can't be. He acknowledged my work.
It's fine. He's the great Sogo Natsume's grandson, remember? Brand recognition is a huge part of marketability. Nobody gives a rat's ass about what's beyond the cover. Though a certain someone seems to think he's actually worth a damn.
Poor kid can't even see just how hopeless he really is. Seriously, it's pathetic.
Oh, I'm trying as hard as I can.
No skin off my nose, so long as he keeps raking it in. We hit the jackpot with that one, and I plan on riding him straight to the top. And if he does by some miracle make something decent of himself, well then everyone wins, right?
These guys are the worst.
Here it comes!
Right on. A talentless hack like you is hopeless. Hopeless! Hopeless!
This is the same thing we saw in Shibuya.
Careful! It's using different weapons from last time.
First, Jekyll, Slaundress! Second, Andres! Now!
He can't seriously be proud of it.
Let's go!
Can he?
Grab it, Here, strike!
Attack is crazy fast. On the other hand, it leaves him wide open. Dodge the attack, then hit him with everything you've got.
Let's go!
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse.
You know, I said I would just take the money. Holy hell, really? This shit is torture!
Look for a combo attack. Don't let it ram you.
This is my other self!
Yep, that's his weakness. You're on a roll, Fox.
Use this! This one. This one. I suppose that'll do. I appreciate it.
You better think of that name. Wait, I see it. That's all you'll ever have.
I'm hoping a little sneak attack. Is this what they call a ninja?
I might not like that Natsume.
I'm not talking about Jason Voorhees, but the best ninja.
Right?
I can't even teleport.
Sorry for him. We only chose him for who he was, not what he wrote.
Authors are just chips in a bigger game. They exist solely for us to win.
how do you feel about Natsume's trauma so far?
It's alright.
A bird's issue is that he finds this completely unsympathetic for the reason that this is the most common thing to happen in the book industry, and the fact that this is supposed to be a big deal feels like it was nothing to him. And it's like, oh really? People only care about random brand recognition and fame? No duh, really? On God? So it is another issue. My issue is the idea of him being angry that he's actually trying to be a professional writer and live up to his grandfather's legacy, and it's just being mocked that he's being used for money. Does not exactly line up with the fact that he freaking hypnotizes people, he brainwashes people to believe that he's legitimately a great writer, while then literally stop trying.
Such beauty! Go down!
So it's weird how he just completely stops trying, starts plagiarizing.
Be careful not to get caught up in its attacks. Okay, taking it easy.
And also the trauma of learning you finally won this prestigious award after years of trying, only to find out that you only won it because of a family legacy and being used for money.
Yeah.
And this whole thing is to show the point that Natsume did used to try incredibly hard to be a professional writer.
Much with this, I'm sure.
Sure, I have no clue what am I doing.
Well, I guess that does it.
We can get inside the birdcage now, right? Better get going then.
Wait, but what was that we just saw? Seems Ango Natsume wasn't given that award on his own merit. Those editors just used him for his name.
So, there was a secret behind that novel after all.
But he's not a bad guy, is he? It sounded like he entered the competition a whole bunch of times. And just when he thought his hard work was paying off, he had to hear all that. It must have been devastating.
Those editors are horrible. They knew his writing wasn't good enough, but they still gave him the prize just so they could make money.
Yeah.
It still doesn't justify what he's doing now.
Nevertheless, I'm beginning to understand how he feels.
Fox?
Rising to fame atop stolen ideas, pulling at people's emotions with a fabricated story. Even worse, robbing others of their free will, changing their hearts, and wallowing in his own vanity. These crimes are unforgivable. There's no denying that he's been a fool, and yet, in spite of all that, it doesn't change the fact that Natsume spent years giving it everything he had. Creative work is often a lonely endeavor, and battling against that loneliness is truly a challenge in and of itself. As if it wasn't hard enough, if you don't produce results, no one will even think twice about you. When might even begin to think that such dark and unfulfilling times are all that's in store. Had I taken one wrong step, I may very well have turned out to be just as hideous as him.
Inari.
It's thanks to your friendship that I didn't stray from the path. He, however, doesn't seem to have anyone. Natsume should know better than most that there's no meaning in superficial glory. Now he's turned his back on what he truly wants to write for the sake of spinning this infernal novel of lies. Someone needs to bring him back to his senses.
You seem pretty motivated this time around, Inari.
As one who's dedicated his life to art, I simply cannot condone his actions. Now, let us bring this to an end. We'll send the calling card, then wrest the Overlord from his throne.
Yusuke.
Okay, all that's left is the calling card.
Right. We need to make Natsume aware that we're coming to steal the desires. That should materialize them.
We'll need to decide how we want to do it. What's the best way to make sure he gets the message?
Hand it in person.
He probably remembers our faces, though. I doubt he'd take anything from us.
What do we do? He could be lost, maybe? I'll go take a look.
Go to.
Hey, what's wrong, kid? Oh, you got separated from your mom, huh? Don't worry, I got you.
Is that Zenkichi?
What? Gramps was already here?
Hey, it's me. I got a kid who was separated from his mom here. Send someone over to look after him, would ya? I'm over it. Huh? What do you mean it's not worth pup sex time? Quit screwing around. You call yourself an officer of the law? Or are you saying you'd abandon your own kid too? Is that it? A lost kid's no joke, you know. Hey, wait! Where are you going? It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you or anything!
The kid totally thinks he's a creep.
That kid sure made things difficult. He didn't have to run away like that, right? Right?
You're not exactly cute and cuddly, Gramps. Honestly, I don't blame him.
Will you stop calling me Gramps?
This is perfect timing, though, actually. Let's ask Zenkichi what he thinks.
Sure. We're supposed to be working together anyway.
We're all set to go inside Natsume's jail. There's just one thing left to do. Only problem is, we're not sure how to send our calling card.
Calling card? Oh, you mean that thing you guys did with the screens in Shibuya? If you want my advice, you should avoid any high-profile stuff like that. The police aren't that stupid. Eventually you'll get caught. I know I'm supposed to help you and all, but I gotta draw the line at breaking the law.
So the adult's the voice of reason here. You really are a Gramps. You know that?
You're pretty set on calling me that, aren't you? Whatever. My point is, go with something simple.
We need a way to guarantee that Natsume will read the calling card. Maybe if we knew where he was going to be, we could set something up before he arrived. In that case, I found just the event. Natsume is holding another book signing at the bookstore near the station. Natsume will most certainly be there. It starts as soon as the store opens at 10 a.m.
Oh, that sounds doable. I bet it'd be easy to set up if we roll in at night.
Hey, didn't you hear what I said? Breaking and entering's a crime, you know?
Well, that's where you come in, Gramps.
Huh?
Yeah, if we did it and got caught, they'd lock us up.
They'd lock me up too!
You saying you can't do it? Somehow the police turned out to be.
Wasn't the deal that you'd cooperate with us? I thought adults kept their word.
You kids.
All right, it's settled. I will go and prepare the calling card.
Yeah, you got this, Yusuke. That goes for you too, Zenkichi. We'll leave the planning to you.
You've got this.
Am I seriously going to go through with this?
Listen to me.
Let's look at the card. Tomorrow morning, they're gonna finish this. Here, while you have time. Once we're ahead, there's no turning back. In case you have me a calling card. It's time. Natsume's got a visit from the Phantom Thieves.
Here's what I found. This should be helpful. Who is it for? These are discounted right now. You should buy. How many would you want this? Thank you very much. How many would you like? How many would you like? Thanks for your patronage. Who is it for? Who is it for? Who is it for? What are you selling?
I'll just add this.